The concussive effect of what ought to have been a controlled explosion has rocked the quiet community of Santa Cruz, leaving in its wake piles of rubble and legal responsibility. The ripple of the violent blast spread across the neighborhood in a massive shockwave, sending debris in all directions. Confirmed dead once the dust had settled was 70-year-old Ronald Sutherland, general manager of Tiger Aggregates. The seasoned demolition expert was subcontracted to handle explosive work in the area when something went terribly awry on Tuesday evening.
At about 6:30 p.m. on the 12th December, I received a call from San Ignacio Police, second in command, requesting my assistance to make an assessment of an explosive incident that had occurred at the Quarry at Santa Cruz Layout, Santa Elena, Cayo District. Upon arrival at the scene and doing a physical assessment of the area, noticing where the boulders had landed, and also speaking to various individuals on site, after ascertaining the fact as to what had transpired, I noted that Tiger Aggregates, under the ownership of the late Ronald Sutherland, was contracted by Belize Road Construction to do quarry extraction, materials to be extracted to be used by the company.
Sutherland, along with two other experienced demolition men, namely Timoteo Chiak and Carlitos Alford, had set out to blow up a limestone hill in order to provide aggregate for the building of a new road. The plan to take down the karst highland backfired when the detonation fall started.
There was an initial partial blast, which was rectified by Mr. Sutherland and his team, and subsequent the secondary blast. However, the secondary blast was a much larger, which projected or flung the stone's particle at a farther distance than estimated. This may occur for two reasons: human error, or as a consequence of the type of explosive or the quantity used. Mr. Ronald Sutherland's unfortunate death was caused by him being within the danger zone.
The sudden jolt from the charge going off tore Sutherland apart and injured several persons, including a pair of police officers who were in proximity of the explosion and raining fragments.
The five that received injuries, we had 2 police officers and 3 civilian minor injuries. The police role was out there was basically to secure the safety of the residents and to secure the perimeter. Initially, we had the blast, like what the colonel said, the 200 yards cordon, 200 meters. The residents was actually evacuated to 800 meters.
Notwithstanding an additional 600 meters, the blast radius extended beyond what was thought to be a safe distance.
Based on the size and the quantity of the crater, the blast area should have been 200 meters. However, people heard the effect because of the time of the day, which is late afternoon when most things are quiet. People claim to have heard it at a much larger distance. The angle in which the quarry is located faces the valley towards San Ignacio from Santa Elena in that direction. So on the opposite side, you would hear a louder bang. You might not feel the blast. You might hear the bang. On the opposite side of the hill, you will not feel any blast of the quarry. You will hear the sound at a louder pitch.
The fatal mistake that resulted in Sutherland's demise and structural damages to as many as 14 homes is being investigated by the police department. If any of the surviving blasters is found culpable of having caused the disaster through negligence, then it will be a matter to be taken up by the Director of Public Prosecutions.
Mr. Sutherland was the person who was contracted. He had all the valid license, but the investigation is ongoing at this time. Upon completion of the investigation, the file will be forwarded to the Director of Public Prosecution.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.